I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way. But I'm always, I think I'm just too, I'm sorry I called you gay, but I'm sorry I called you gay. I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way. But I'm always, I think I'm
gay.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go let the world
trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke.
suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all
Coach stepping on them. That's black.
I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.
Begging for our enemies to penetrate.
Trump incited an erection.
COVID-19 heel for checkup.
Cis-het white males.
Yeah, and so to talk. We need to talk, apparently. I didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't think this would be a big deal, but apparently it's one of the biggest deals in the whole freaking world, and you have to have an opinion on this. You have to have an opinion on people having a conversation. I thought I was alone in thinking that it didn't matter. You can talk to literally anyone, even the most bad faith actor known to mankind. But apparently it's a problem. I guess it's a problem if you start agreeing with somebody, then people are going to get mad at that. That's decaf though. It is decaf. Okay, I'm drinking decaf coffee. You're in the middle of a typhoon in Philippines? Dude, I'll pray for you tonight, dude. I hope you're okay, my brother. The right wing is having an audition of who can be the most cringe, where everyone in the hall is a hall freaking monitor and no one's walking the halls. You're not allowed here. You're not allowed there. Meanwhile, the left wing is running actual socialists to run from other countries, mind you, to run some of the biggest cities in America. We have Minneapolis and we have New York, and the right is just fixated on each other. The right online, the podcast world, which is apparently the most important thing. In reality, it's not. It doesn't really affect you, but there's like a weird thing going on the right that everyone is policing each other. And let me just be clear about interviewing people. I literally don't care who you interview. I don't care who Tucker Carlson interviews. I don't care who Nick Fuentes interviews. I don't care who Ben Shapiro interviews. You're allowed to talk to whoever you want. You can talk to a nun. You can talk to a nihilist. You can talk to the most bad faith podcaster, Destiny, and have a conversation with these people. You can talk to your HOA president who doesn't think birds are real. Okay, and they're not real. You plug them into a USB at night, I know for a fact. Even if the ideas are nuts, we gotta let these ideas air. We gotta let the ideas air out and wither. Sunlight debate, with Rethep. That's how adults handle politics. I thought adults handle politics that way. There's no purity test in the Olympics. And we didn't cancel people, but apparently that's what they did all weekend long. We're supposed to cancel Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes because they had a conversation. And those of you that actually watched the entire interview like I did, Stinky Tofu said, what, no fart sounds? You're welcome. Those of us that actually watched this entire interview, which I did that night just to see, I wanted to see how it went. Tucker Carlson, it wasn't a schmooze fest like everyone claimed it to be. Tucker Carlson was pushing Nick Fuentes on how important it is not to have blood libel and how we don't just group everyone in a circle and say that they're all bad, that you're judged by the individual, which is what the right was all about. So the interview is posted and it explodes. I think it's up to 5 million views right now. Tucker Carlson said some things. Fuentes said some things outlandish. Nick Fuentes at one time said that he is a fan of Joseph Stalin. Which, if you know anything about Nick Fuentes, he is a bit of an edgelord, which for those of you that are older, people call themselves edgelords because they say things that are edgy on purpose just for the, whoa, did you really just say that moment? But people are angry about this interview. They thought Tucker Carlson didn't press him enough, as if he's like some father and he needs to come in the room and spank Nick Fuentes. You might like that. But I'm not this kind of person who is about policing people. I think you're allowed to have conversations with anyone. Every headline known to mankind was calling it the most anti-Semitic conversation to ever take place. I'm seeing actual sitting congressmen say that Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous man on the earth. He's horrible. Some people were calling Tucker Carlson's interview with Nick Fuentes a softball, while others, like myself, would say that it's okay to have dialogue with people, especially dialogue with people with a huge following. People like Ted Cruz were saying insane stuff about Nick Fuentes. Ted Cruz actually called Nick Fuentes a Nazi. Thought we didn't do that sort of thing. We're going to get into that in a second. I thought we're supposed to confront, quote unquote, bad ideas head on and don't cancel people. But the right wing had decided that they're going to cancel people all weekend long. It was absolutely insane. At the Republican Jewish coalition over the weekend, which they better have bagels. I want my bagels. There were signs that say Tucker Carlson is not MAGA everywhere. And people were actually angry about this. Randy Fine calls Tucker Carlson the most dangerous anti-Semite. An absolute insane escalation. Others called it just calming conversation, no endorsement, just talking to each other. And the thing just keeps coming back to me is just we have two choices. One, a movement on the right that trusts the citizens to hear out everything. Like myself. I consider you a freaking adult. And I think that you have the capacity to listen to people and think for yourself. Because I think you're an adult. Isn't that nuts? I think you're an adult. I think you can handle regular conversation with regular people. You can reject what you think is poison or choose better ideas. Or we can choose a movement that is just copying, pasting each other's speeches and staying in our own little bubble and not having any arguing or difference of opinions. Which one sounds more of an adult way of viewing life? Because that's how life is, isn't it? Is that you're not going to agree with everything everyone says? What a weird way to live. What a freaking weird way to live. Tonight's show, we're going to talk about the Republican Jewish coalition meltdown, their signs, their speeches, their overreach, the Heritage Foundation coming out and backing Tucker Carlson, saying it's okay to challenge bad ideas in daylight, and that's the conservative way, which is what I thought. GOP and media reactions, who's sincere, who's posturing, who's auditioning for donor tables. Free speech versus the purity test. How Tucker Carlson didn't criticize him enough. We have so much to get into. And this is easily one of the biggest thing to ever happen in the podcasting sphere. And right away, this was my favorite moment from the Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson moment is when he apologized for calling Nick Fuentes gay. That was like the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way. But I'm always, I think I'm just too old or something. I'm like, what? Why is anyone married?
I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way. As he scratches his nose. Got some cocaine up there. The thing people were freaking out about is this comment. Here's this comment about Joseph Stalin. And again, it's such a throwaway comment that why do we feel like we need to police this? Who cares?
So it was like late December. It's actually funny. It was December 18th. I remember because that's an important date to me. And it's Joseph Stalin's birthday. I'm a fan.
You're a fan of Stalin's?
Mm-hmm. Always an admirer. But we don't need to go into that, I guess.
Well, that's Okay, let's get back. We'll circle back to that.
It was weird because
Rob says, I can't even spin a dreidel without being called an anti-Semite. You better not spin a dreidel. You better have some kind of Jewish ancestryhood about that. And there were speculations about the Heritage Foundation backing Tucker Carlson. And they came out in support of Tucker Carlson having conversation. Again, I thought this was what the right was all about. The left was about canceling people. The left was about saying that we need to police people, and it's actually good to police people. And the right was saying, no, you're allowed to have conversations with everybody, especially during COVID. I mean, remember during COVID, the left was always like, you can't allow these doctors who aren't really doctors to have these sorts of opinions. It's going to lead people down a bad path. And the right was saying, well, people are adults and they can choose for themselves. But when it comes to the thing about Israel, the right is like losing their minds about making sure you're policed in the right speech. It's like if Ben Shapiro was his pronouns were spoken wrongly, people are like getting mad about that. It's so weird to me. And here is the Heritage Foundation responding to all these allegations.
I'll have more to say on this in the coming days. But today I want to be clear about one thing. Christians can critique the state of Israel without being anti-Semitic.
No. No, we can't. No. Wrong. I think the funniest thing for me is sometimes when I drive to work, I'll listen to Glenn Beck in the morning. I don't know. I know I'm a boomer. That just shows my age. I'm a freaking boomer. I grew up listening to Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh in the morning. Okay. I was a Rush baby. Okay. Don't fault me for that. So there's still a nostalgic feel of me that wakes up in the morning. I'll listen to Glenn Beck first. And he was saying things like, I don't even know what Zionism is. And I'm like, you're intentionally lying about this. You know exactly what Zionism is. You know exactly what Zionism is. Okay. That's just, you can have that opinion. Okay. And people can say that opinion is wrong. It's welcomed here. That's okay. What's up, Brad? The Stalin comment will age like milk. Of course. Stalinism is not communism.
And of course, anti-Semitism should be condemned. My loyalty as a Christian and as an American is to Christ first and to America always. When it serves the interests of the United States to cooperate with Israel and other allies, we should do so with partnerships on security, intelligence, and technology. But when it doesn't, conservatives should feel no obligation to reflexively support any foreign government, no matter how loud the pressure becomes from the globalist class or from their mouthpieces in Washington.
How dare you?
The Heritage Foundation didn't become the intellectual backbone of the conservative movement by canceling our own people or policing the consciences of Christians.
Yeah.
And we won't start doing that now.
Thank you.
We don't take direction from...
I love that, like, people are mad at this. People are actually mad that people are coming out and saying it's okay to have conversations with people. It's not dangerous. It's not dangerous, but people thought it was actually dangerous. I mean, there was people like Josh Hammer, who is notoriously known as, he's Jewish, but he came out for saying that Tucker Carlson should be neutralized. Him and Nick Fuentes should be neutralized, which is pretty aggressive language about a conversation. Being neutralized. Who is this dude? The Heritage Foundation? You don't know the Heritage Foundation? You should look up the Heritage Foundation. They do a lot of good stuff. But you saw people like the Jerusalem Post put out things like Tucker Carlson probes Nick Fuentes on Israel anti-Semitism and said these Zionist Jews. Tucker Carlson discusses these Zionist Jews with avowed anti-Semite Nick Fuentes, Times of Israel. Former Fox News host signals broad alignment with Holocaust deniers' views against Israel. He's not a Holocaust denier. Tucker Carlson's interview with far-right anti-Semite Nick Fuentes divides conservatives. Heritage Foundation defend former Fox News host. Others slam him for platforming a white supremacist. Again, it's funny because, like, you'll have people on the right, they'll have conversations with, like, actual communists, and they're like, not a big deal. But if you talk to Nick Fuentes, we're going to police you, and we're going to shut it down, which only makes people like me and probably people like you want to know what Nick Fuentes has to say. You cannot tell me, as an adult human male, who I'm allowed to listen to. If you tell me somebody is too dangerous to listen to, I'm going to listen to that person. I'm like, I'll figure out how dangerous he is. I'm an adult enough to actually listen to people as they talk and decide for myself if I agree with them or not. And I don't know if you guys have this in the chat. I don't know if you're like me. I have this capacity in my mind, which I know is big for a lot of people. I have the capacity to listen to somebody and disagree with them and still listen. Whoa. Because it helps me form my views even more. Isn't that how you're supposed to you're supposed to challenge your views? Because maybe, just maybe, your views are wrong. Imagine that. Imagine yourself not being perfect enough and being challenged on your own views. And you had people like Nick Fuentes coming out and saying a full-blown civil war has broken out on the right wing over Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes' interview. And Nick says this about it, that there's a full-blown war going on.
Our feature.
Wow, we should talk to each other. Yeah, we should talk to each other.
Story, we're going to talk all about the Heritage Foundation statement on Tucker Carlson. Very interesting. And if you're not familiar, the Heritage Foundation is one of the preeminent, most important, most prestigious conservative think tanks in America and has been for almost a half century.
Never disagreed.
There were rumors earlier in the week that maybe they were distancing themselves from Tucker Carlson because he chose to interview me. Well, today, the president of the Heritage Foundation came out with a very strong statement and insisted that that is not the case. And it was sort of interesting because he identified some very clear guiding principles, maybe some very good guiding principles that we can all rally behind as we try to determine what the conservative movement is going to be in the future.
And that was the question. No, I'm not doing call-ins at the moment. But all my viewers come from Derek O'Shea Show. Yeah, good. All your views should come from me. Tell me what to think, Derek. I'm trying to. But over the weekend, some of the cringiest stuff I've ever seen in my life is that you have the Republican Jewish Coalition had a little event. You know, it's like a revival for for Jews in America. They had their little revival over the weekend where they're making sure everyone's on the right speak, the right tone, because Jews right now feel like a lot of anti-Semitism is on the rise. And so they decided to get together and had these signs that say, Tucker Carlson is not MAGA. We're the ones that are actually MAGA. Tucker Carlson is not MAGA, even though Tucker Carlson, helped get Donald Trump elected. But these people with signs definitely had nothing to do with it, and they're definitely more MAGA. Wrong. Okay, sure. Yeah, Tucker Carlson is anti-MAGA. I even saw there were some weird things going around from my favorite comedian, Arian Wexler, who said that Sharia law is better than the United States. Sharia law is better than the U.S. Constitution, says Tucker Carlson, basically. He did not say that. So the lies were set. Everything was set. And who this person is, and let me show you some. This is her comedy. She has incredible, I think she's just as funny as Amy Schumer. Check out this hilarious joke. This is pinned at the top of her profile. So it's her favorite joke she's ever said in her life. She's the best comedian I've ever heard.
I'm thankful. I'm thankful to my parents for this very unique name because it definitely helped me get my job in finance right at school. Like, you just know that recruiter was looking at that pile of resumes and they saw my first name and they thought, ooh, perfect, DEI hire. And then they saw my last name and knew I could actually do the job. So, the why there also, sometimes people think it's like Aryan, like Arian Wexler. Arian Wexler. Like, my last name is hiding in an attic from my first name.
Okay, so she was very, very aggressive about her lies about Tucker Carlson. But over the weekend, we had some of the cringiest content known to mankind. Republican Randy Fine accuses Tucker Carlson of being the most dangerous anti-Semite in America. Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America. If he's considered the most dangerous, then I think the Jews are okay. What? Tucker Carlson? What is Tucker Carlson doing that's so evil? Oh, he's talking to people with different opinions than you. Oh my God. Yeah, that makes him evil. Like, there's actually real, probably white supremacists somewhere in America who actually want to put Jews in internment camps. But the real dangerous anti-Semite is Tucker Carlson. The worst outfit? Yeah, it is. Her outfit looks like a cheerleader uniform in high school. Yeah, it does. Cue laugh track. But Randy Fine, he's the big poobah of the Jews in the Congress. I believe he comes out of Florida. He quotes and says, he has chosen to take out the mantle of the leader of the modern day Hitler Youth. Make no mistake, Tucker is not MAGA. So here's his fine words. Let's listen to the horse's mouth. Okay, and no fat jokes. Okay, thanks, guys.
But I'm here for the kids down here because it's easy.
Okay, look, as he's speaking, look at all these kids with, Tucker is not MAGA. Tucker is not MAGA. What is this, dude? This is so cringy, okay? Jews, why do you guys do this to yourself? Okay, like you don't want to be made fun of. Don't post cringy content. Tucker is not MAGA. Okay, let me just say so. I'm the arbiter of MAGA.
But I'm here for the kids down
the Grand Juba
down here because it's easy to talk about anti-Semitism on the left.
Yes,
I want to talk about the dark force rising on our side.
Dude, the dark force. Tucker Carlson, look at him. Just look. The Tucker Carlson is a dark force. The guy that goes fly fishing in Maine. When I think of forces that come from darkness, look no further than these eyes. They look tired, but deep down inside, they're angry. It's just so dumb. If I say fat, is it still a fat joke? No. Yes.
The dark force rising on our side. Multiple speakers have talked about the rise of anti-Semitism on the right.
Yes.
But it is not enough to speak in platitudes or generalities about the fight.
What's up, Z?
We must call evil by its name.
And its name is Tucker
Carlson. Tucker Carlson is evil.
Okay, what?
About the fight. We must call evil by its name. 5 years ago, if I was talking to my father, who's watching, hi, Dad.
Your dad's dead. He's not watching you, okay? He's up in heaven with his 35 virgins. I'm sorry. That's messed up. That's not funny. I apologize for that. It's not who I'm about. It's not who I am. Those were just jokes.
5 years ago, if I was talking to my father, who's watching, hi, Dad. If I was talking to my father at 8:59 p.m. at night, he would say, Randy, I gotta go. Tucker Carlson's gonna be on. But make no mistake.
Yes.
Today, Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America.
Z says, bro, this is a drag, Derek. I think both sides have their issues. Of course, man. Of course. You're a logically thinking human adult, so you have that opinion. But make no mistake, okay? The right is filled with millions of grifters, okay, that are pushing podcasts that wants you to believe exactly what they believe. But here on this show, I think you're allowed to have your own opinions and come up with your own conclusions. Okay, I don't expect perfection. Okay, we're all figuring this whole thing out. A lot of us had different opinions 10 years. Look, I voted for George Bush. Okay, I voted for George Bush at one point in my life. And I still am like, whoa. I voted for Lindsey Graham, okay, multiple times. Okay, I've regretted all those votes. Okay, so this idea that we're perfect and Nick is just such a bad person, like, look, I've been part of the problem too. This dude is a little dramatic. He is really dramatic.
He has chosen to take on the mantle of leader of a modern day Hitler Youth, to broadcast and feature those who celebrate the Nazis, those who call for the extermination of Israel.
But is he fat? Yes.
To defend Hamas, to even criticize President Trump for stopping Iran's nuclear ambitions. Friends, make no mistake.
Yeah, he's criticized us bombing Iran. You're allowed to do that. I feel like we're back in the early 2000s. Like, if you criticize the Iraq war, you're anti-American. I thought we were like moved past that.
Tucker is not MAGA. Tucker's fault.
Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. There are bigger issues in the world than Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes having a conversation, but there's this weird contingent on the right that is making it become like this huge debate that you need to be on the right side of history, and they're calling Nick Fuentes a Nazi. I'm like, do you guys not hear yourself? You sound like leftards, okay? You sound like the left. Oh, how dare you platform this individual? How dare you? He's a Nazi. I thought we're supposed to punch Nazis in the face. You're like, you sound like the left. And they're like, oh, I'm not the left. You're the woke right. And this term has been created by these people who are defenders of Israel specifically, that are like, oh, you're woke right if you disagree with me. No. No. The Jew is the Tim Walz of Republicans. He kind of is. He's kind of that annoying person.
From grace has been one of the most extraordinary implosions in political history. And
again, this is an American politician. American.
The rapidity of it has created real challenges for us all.
Okay.
Because our friends don't have our shared experience.
Okay, I'm about to freaking walk out. I didn't even hear him say that. Did you just say lived experience? Did you just say my lived experience and you call me woke right? What? My lived experience? Somebody who's lived this experience, therefore any opinion you have that pushes back to any of my ideology is thrown out the window because it's my lived experience, bro. It's my lived experience. Oh my gosh, dude, no.
Deal with this with my colleagues in the House. See, they remember the Tucker of 5 years ago.
Yeah, we remember when he thought exactly how I think. And Tucker's changed. And you're not allowed to change.
They don't live with anti-Semitism every day. They don't think about it the way that we do.
Yes.
And it's jarring for them to try to understand, how did this person become who he is today? But the challenge is he's inspired a movement of hate in our midst.
Have you ever heard Tucker Carlson talk about Israel? He's like, I have nothing bad to say about Israel. I love Israel. I love traveling to Israel. I have a lot of Jewish friends. But he's like, I don't think America should support Israel's wars and they should fight it on their own. They're like, oh my God, that is so anti-Semitic. Like, okay, you're starting to really make me question everything right now. It sounds like Sunny on The View. Yeah, exactly. If only Cracker Barrel had a buffet. This guy probably, exactly. Here's some more Randy Fine.
I was supposed to do an event with Heritage next week.
Oh, yeah, and here's him. Okay, so remember, keep in mind that the Heritage Foundation that came out in support of Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes having conversation, because the right wing is all about having freedom of speech and having conversations, even if they're bad ideas or horrible ideas, and they might be good ideas in your point of view, and that's okay. You can have those opinions on this show. And they were very angry that the Heritage Foundation supports Tucker Carlson having a conversation with Nick Fuentes.
I was supposed to do an event with Heritage next week. I think on Wednesday. They don't know what I'm about to tell you.
What?
Right now we're canceling it.
Yeah. Cancel that interview. Don't support Heritage Foundation because Heritage Foundation supports Tucker Carlson having an opinion. It's like, you are becoming the left. You are becoming the left. Oh my God, you don't support my pronouns? You want me dead. You're like, okay, no, I don't.
Hey, they don't know what I'm about to tell you. Right now we're canceling it.
Yeah. Yeah. So many hats up there. I couldn't make it because I had prior obligations with Cracker Barrel.
They will have no future in my office, and I will be calling on all of my colleagues on the Republican side to do the same.
So we're canceling the Heritage Foundation. Okay, what does that sound like to you? It sounds like the left. It sounds like the left. Even Brandon Tatum, okay? Brandon Tatum, Mr. Officer himself was not happy about Tucker Carlson having a conversation. And again, they're just mad. They're mad because they did, like, Tucker Carlson didn't just like spank Nick Fuentes on air. Like, they literally want Nick Fuentes to be spanked and not for him to have an opinion on anything. That Nick Fuentes is supposed to get in his car, fly to Maine or from Chicago, or drive from Chicago to Maine, and then Nick Fuentes is supposed to just get lectured to by Tucker Carlson. That's what they wanted. They didn't want just like a, what do you believe? Tell me what you think interview. They hate that sort of thing. I'm like, you guys sound like the left right now. I don't watch Tucker Carlson, but I have to go watch the Nick Fuentes interview. Let's see, this is exactly. And I suggest everyone watch that interview. If it's on your mind, figure out for yourself. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you hate this? Do you not hate this? And guess what? There are old clips of Nick Fuentes that his opinion has changed over time. Same with Tucker Carlson. Same with me. I've changed my opinion over time as well. Things happen. We grow. We learn. Things are change over time, but you're not allowed to have that in politics because that becomes a talking point. How dare you change your opinion? How dare you? And I just think it's so childish. That's all. That's all it is for me. Officer Tatum just wants to get paid. Yeah, $7,000.
I see somebody with a sign that said Tucker is not MAGA. I guess I got to put his name out there.
Ooh, you hear that, Tucker? Brandon Tatum about to fight you. I guess I gotta say something. I like how he licks his lips as he says that. I'll see someone with Tucker Carlson sign. Ugh, don't do that. Gross.
I see somebody with a sign that said Tucker is not MAGA. I guess I got to put his name out there.
Ew, dude.
Got to put his name out there.
Let's get that in slow motion, dude. Let's get that in slow motion. Let's get that in slow motion.
I guess I got to put his name out there.
Oh, that is so hot. It's just so hot. What did Nick say wrong? I've only seen him twice, but he seems all right. Nick Fuentes said he admires Joseph Stalin, and he said that he's sick of organized Jewry. Very angry about that. And you can have your own opinion about that sort of thing. You're allowed to have that. But Nick Fuentes' big thing is he's sick and tired of Jews putting Israel first or putting Israel on the same ground as America. I mean, I guess I could really point that down to that. And yeah, there are some clips of old him that are like, whoa, I can't believe you said that. Like a little, but he's also a bit of an edgelord. And I feel like I need to do a whole video about edgelording, because I feel like a lot of, especially older people, don't understand this younger generation's desire to say the most outlandish thing for controversy or just for attention. But that's literally so much of online. So much of online presence, whether it's podcasts, whether it's X posts, whether it's Instagram posts, whatever, is all about saying the most edgy thing so you can get attention. And people love that kind of stuff. They egg each other on. And so he's grown up in that culture. I expect that. I don't agree with everything Fuentes says. I don't agree with everything Tucker Carlson says. I don't agree with everything Brandon Tatum says. I have my own opinions. I'm different. And I suggest we all have our own opinions. We all can come up with our own conclusions. But it doesn't mean you're not right, or you're not right-wing, or you're not conservative, or you're not allowed to vote Republican anymore or have an opinion anymore. You're allowed to do all those sorts of things and have different opinion. I think the Democrats are so bad and morally bankrupt that I can never see myself voting for a Democrat. And yes, I'll have a different opinion than a lot of these Republicans. And maybe my opinions will change based on a good conversation or a good way of talking through an issue. You know, things change. Fuentes says some crazy stuff out loud, and other people just think some things are better left unsaid. Yeah, that is true. That is true. What's up, Yakubed? Good morning. Yeah, look, I guess because I'm older too than some of these younger guns, and so I know when I was young, I would say dumb things too, and I'm not like holding everyone accountable. Also, I've worked with younger kids in my past. And younger kids, man, they'll say crazy things and then they'll come out to be like really great students later on. So like maybe I just have a different point of view. Apparently he's gay. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I think that's like one of the funniest things. I do think it's funny when people call him gay, because his fans get really triggered by that. It's like, don't get triggered if you don't. It only makes me think he is gay. He might be. Who knows?
I see somebody with a sign said Tucker is not MAGA. I guess I got to put his name out there.
Yeah, say it, brother.
That's not MAGA. When you're on your platform and people are acting as if Sharia law is better than what we have here in America and the laws that are given to us by God through faith, you're a silly person. If you are out here and you don't know whether or not Hamas is a terrorist organization or a political organization, you are a foolish person. And since I'm already name dropping, everybody saw that in.
Since I'm already name dropping, I might as well say it all. Put everyone under the bus.
You have a guy.
Officer Tatum has a boyfriend in Scottsdale. He might with that chain, dude. Hey, man. Hey, well, and look. Anybody older than 22 that has a suit jacket with that has a sweatshirt underneath, that's pretty gay.
Say that he supports Stalin.
I used to like him, but he's too full of himself. Yeah, dude, so many of these podcasters are all about themselves. You're allowed to make fun of me, okay? I never want to be full of myself. I never want to act like I know everything. I want to like find out what's going on in the world with you guys, have a good time, laugh about this sort of thing. If something strikes me as funny, I'm going to say it. If something like triggers me to having an honest and serious opinion, I'm going to say it. But in reality, so much of this stuff is so like throwaway that it's better to call out how stupid it is. Again, Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson could literally had this podcast, and then if no one talked about it, it would just go away. It would just go away. I mean, yeah, there's like 5 million listeners, but it would just go away. But the fact that people feel like they have to address it or like condemn it or like, I just want Tucker Carlson to know I condemn you for talking to him. It's like, you don't condemn Tucker Carlson talking to some commie crazy person. So why is it this? It's like, oh, because he pretends to be right wing. It's like, so There's a lot of podcasters that pretend to be right-wing or have different opinions than you, and just let them say the thing. You can make the choice if you want to agree with him or disagree with him. Like, you're allowed to make that choice, I thought. That's what I grew up thinking.
And then he was a big fan of Stalin.
Jess, I love you.
On your show. You can have him.
Scottsdale bling is fake and gold and turquoise.
On the show. But doggone it, you better push back on people.
Yeah, so this is the main. See, they're mad that he had him on the show and didn't push back enough.
I say that he supports Stalin. And that he was a big fan of Stalin on your show. You can have him on the show, but doggone it, you better push back on people like that. There's no way you can say that you're a Christian. There's no way you can say you believe in God and you support a person like Joseph Stalin.
He just said he's an admirer of him. You support, you're putting your full-fledged support.
Who did not believe in God, who killed so many people. Enough is enough. We're not putting up with it anymore.
Enough is enough. We're not standing for this sort of thing. Is Nick Fuentes Tucker Carlson's blood boy?
Emotional, damn it.
I hope so, dude. I hope so. What do you think Tucker Carlson's blood type is? Probably Satan. Tatum sold to the Mossad darkness. Jacobet says people are trying to ride their audiences on Carlson and Fuentes by talking about them. That's literally what I'm doing. No. Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I try not to grift off of like Tim Pool said this, and I need to address what Tim Pool said, or Joe Rogan said this, and I'm going to write off and probably that's the reason why it takes so long to grow on this platform, because I don't grift off of other grifters. Maybe I should do that more. I've thought about having conversations with myself that maybe I should grift off people more, but I don't do that. But it's because of the response of the Tucker Carlson and Fuentes thing that I feel like I just feel like we have to talk about it. It's so silly. Why are we doing this? Why are we wasting? We should be, again, fixated on how insane the left is and continue to win. But I knew this was going to happen. There was a part of me that knew this was going to happen when Donald Trump won. My first thought that went into my mind is, oh my God, we just won the popular vote and we won bigly. And now wait for the infighting to begin. Because we won so bigly and won the popular vote and Donald Trump won so like easily, I'm like, now right-wingers or people on the right that are against the left are going to become stagnant, bored, or they're going to feel like they've won and they get lazy and fat. And when that happens, the infighting starts to happen. And it's like, it's so cringy. It's like watching your parents argue. It's like, as a kid, you're like, can you guys stop? Can you stop? Can you guys freaking stop, dude? It's so cringy to me. Why are we infighting? Yeah, if people have crazy opinions, let them have crazy opinions. If people have right opinions, let them have right opinions. Let the best opinion win over time. And if something dangerous gets brought up, like, whatever. You could just say, I disagree with Nick Fuentes. The Republican Jewish coalition could literally come out and say, I disagree with everything Nick Fuentes has to say. I think what he says is wrong because A, B, and C, and that's why I disagree with him. And then let it stay. And then not talk about him anymore. And then people ask or question him, press back. But if you're like condemning and then like policing, that's when it gets really gay. Can we not be gay? Can we not? Derek is a grift lord. I'm trying. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn. I just want DOS to be successful. Rob, dude, we are successful. You're here. We're having a good time. Talking about it is good. Writing is trying to get audience attention by trying to stir up drama. Yeah, that is true. I'm not trying to stir up drama. My only drama is that I hate the response. That's my drama. I hate the response from this single interview. And I'm more concerned about how right-wingers are becoming left-wingers and how they're like trying to cancel people or just like get rid of people. And it's like, who cares, man? I mean, this was like the biggest takeaway for me. The biggest takeaway for me is that you had people like Ted Cruz coming out and calling Nick Fuentes a Nazi. But not too long ago, Ted Cruz said this: they don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. which is what he said after Charlie Kirk was executed in front of all of us in America. They don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. Political violence is a left-wing phenomenon. Enough is enough. We need to shut it down. And then after the conversation with Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz comes out and tweets this. After Nick Fuentes responds to Tucker Carlson talking over the weekend saying, Trump's bombing the Ayatollah's nuclear facilities made the little Nazi mad. It's Trump's bombing of the Ayatollah's nuclear facility made the little Nazi mad. Just a second ago, they don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. It's like, you're doing exactly what you said you wouldn't do. You're becoming the left. You're calling him a Nazi? And what does that mean? You call someone a Nazi? What do you get to do to Nazis, huh? What do you get to do to Nazis? And then I saw prominent right-wingers like Misfit Patriot. The guy is an idiot. I've watched this guy debate people. It's one of the most depressing things I've ever seen in my life. Don't follow him unless you like becoming dumber by the second, but maybe that's why you're here too. I don't know. But he said this, we need to normalize this. And he quote tweeted this, and it's a video of this kid wearing a Nazi uniform getting hit in the face. Okay. And this is after Nick Fuentes. So the woke right, the right that's like very mad about the Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson interview, are going around calling them Nazis and then advocating to punch Nazis in the face, which is what the left would do. And then it turned out that they continued down that rhetoric, and which eventually led to Charlie Kirk's assassination. Do you guys not see it all? I know Ted Cruz is still like crying about his interview with Tucker Carlson because he got made out to be like an idiot about his theology. It's like, oh, well, in the Bible it says that we need to support Israel, and if we support Israel, God's going to bless us. But the reality is, for those of us that actually study the Bible, you have to put it in context, understand Greek and Hebrew, and ask yourself, well, what does Israel mean? God's chosen people. And then if you are a Christian, you believe the chosen people are following Jesus. And so Israel means that. It means the church. For a lot of Christians, that's what they believe. There are some Christians that believe that Israel and the church are different. Fine, we can have that debate. But you got made out to like you didn't know what you were talking about. And you said everyone, that's how you base your whole philosophy and how you govern America. And I know he's like really pee-pee hearted about that. So it's just like, stop calling people a Nazi, idiot. Check my, oh no. What just happened to my mic? Oh no. What's going on? Okay, I think we're back. Oh my gosh. I was just on like a tirade. My mic was off. What did you guys even hear, dude? What did you guys even hear? Oh my God, dude. I can't believe that. That is it's literally, I was being rebuked. Did you guys hear anything I said about Ted Cruz? Did you guys hear anything I said about Ted Cruz? It was just quiet. Oh no. We could hear, but not very well. Okay, I think it went to my computer. Sounds like Snoopy. Oh no, dude. Okay, what the frick, dude? What the frick? Dude, I was just like, God's like, shut up. God was like, dude, shut up, Derek. What you're saying is wrong, so shut your mouth. I think my computer is actually starting to fail, is what actually is happening. Remember I spilled water on my computer? I still have that same computer. It's running, but there's some things that aren't working as well. Nope, you retard. Yeah, exactly. Everything, all your deepest, darkest secrets. It better not be. It better not be. Okay, and so some of the conservatives were actually posting these videos about this interview, and they're like, if this is what the right wing is believing these days, I am out of here. I am out of here. This is like the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Listen to this.
If these are the types of individuals that we have to click up with in the conservative movement, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm all the way good. See, the first...
Exactly. You don't actually have opinions or have beliefs for yourself. You determine those beliefs and opinions based on other people. And so now you're just going to leave and become a deranged left-winger because Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson had a conversation. What? What kind of insane thought process is that?
And only reason I consider myself to be a conservative was because of the values that we hold. Therefore, when we start to compromise on those values by letting in a complete clown show.
Letting in. We're letting them in. What? Who's we? And what are we letting them into? A belief system? I'm pretty sure anyone can have any belief system.
Exhibit A. Exhibit AA. I'm not even going to put them on B because they're the same. They're the same ilk.
Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson is the same? Tell me you don't know their opinions on anything without telling me you don't know their opinions on anything. How much are you getting paid for this? What?
These two right here. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah, talk to me.
I do not believe in censorship.
Right. Just a little bit, though. Not big C censorship, little c censorship. Okay, not capital C, little c.
Unless it is self-censorship, personal censorship, which means I have the right to shut these clown shows up in my life.
Yeah, you can just turn people, you can literally turn your television off. That's a thought.
They don't have to shut up necessarily. They can continue to do whatever it is that they're doing out there in the old circus.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just telling us that you don't want them to be a part of your circle.
But as far as I'm concerned,
okay.
As far as me and mine,
right.
We serve the Lord. And neither of these have the Lord in them. I'm just going to tell y'all straight up.
Okay, yeah. Because that's what Jesus told you to do. Go around and critique Christians. Show us your fruit. Show us your fruit. Why don't you show us your fruit? What? What? If these two are conservatives, I'm outie. I'm outie. I'm O-U-T-E. Out. Okay, dude. Big ego. That is a big ego, isn't it? Just like, look, I'm not as big as these two content creators, but if they're conservative, then I'm out of here. I'm out of here. It's like, okay, isn't conservatism just like a belief system? It's something you prescribe to and say, like, these are my values. How does somebody saying, I'm also conservative, and then it's like trans or something, you're like, oh no. You're like, you're not me. And your views and opinions affect my belief system. Man, grow up, dude. Tenacious Peter. Man, that's Tenacious Peter. Oh, look at this man. Anybody that has a profile picture like this, man, I'll just immediately trust you. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm thinking. I'm thinking she looking good over there. That's what I'm thinking. Man, that brother looking dapper. Okay, you got earrings. All right. You know, if you're over the age of 18 and you're a dude and you got earrings, I don't trust you. Okay, it's just how I roll. Okay, you can come in with a suit on for all I care. If you got earrings, no. No. Look, I had earrings when I was 18 too. I was a scene kid. I was an emo kid. I had gauges in my ears. I was that guy for a minute. Yikes. I know. But I grew up. I took them out. I let them heal up. And occasionally when I'm getting a little frisky, I'll put earrings back in. Dude, this looks like some kind of social media influencer that's like, let me tell you about how to pick up women. It literally looks like a dude that's like, let me tell you the 5 rules for picking up a woman, the 5 power moves. the law. Let me teach you about the law of attraction. You're like, okay, no thanks. They're like, hold on, brother. Let me sell you a course on how you can grow and love, how women can love you as much as I love myself. Okay, no thanks. Hold on a minute, man. Hold on. Let me tell you something. God is with us. I mean, he's a big deal. He's got 30,000 followers. Not even close to Tucker Carlson or stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane. Looks like he sells men colognes on eBay. Might sell women perfumes too. That's a libtard. If you're not with me, you're against us. Yeah, exactly. Could hear, but Saudis riding been stirring. Audi 5000. He's being judgmental. He is being judgmental, isn't he? It's just so cringy. Like, why do we need to have these conversations? I mean, he was look, he was like grifting off of Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes like all the time about it. Here's another video of him posting.
So let me get this straight.
Let me say something. Let me get something on my chest. Okay, man.
No pun intended.
A multi-level marketeer. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing ever. Yes, exactly.
So let me get this straight.
Okay.
No pun intended. This right here, this is y'all leader, right? That's him?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh.
I took Turning Point USA and I fucked it. I took your organization, I took your baby, Turning Point USA, and I fucked it. And I've been fucking it.
Now I'm gonna ask this one more time because I really got to make sure I got the right guy.
Okay, thank you.
This is him. That's him, right?
Wait, are you calling him gay, dude? You have like the same picture. Wait, what is this? What is this on his picture? Is that some kind of Jesus cup? I think that's like the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones. That's the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones. That's Don Lemon's little cousin. Yeah, that's Lil Lemon. Hey, that's Lil Lemon. That's freaking Lil Lemon over there, dude. What is his deal, dude? He's like, let me tell you something about women. Let me tell you something. Okay, that looks stupid. Let me talk to you about women for a second. Let me talk to you about women for a second. I think the funniest thing for me too is all these grifters grifting off of Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes. You have people like Jillian Michaels. Girl, you just came out the closet on politics. And maybe sit this one out. Maybe sit this one out. But she's the arbiter of truth. Okay, I believe her. And I do love your eyebrow work. Oh my God, that is like so aggressive around the eyes. You're too old for that. Okay, here we go.
But Tucker, we've all seen him go after guys like Ted Cruz, and he did nothing.
Ted Cruz did nothing?
No pushback. And when you see Jordan Peterson warn about the woke right, and then you see guys like Dave Rubin and guys like Brandon Tatum and women like Chicks on the Right start to say like, hey, guys, you cannot mainstream this. This cannot be normalized. I'm now coming out to say the purple people will not have this. And you are...
Oh no, the purple people won't have a conversation?
...are handing this win to the left, and the left are going to be the squad. And I'm so disappointed that...
Whoa, it's Eric. It's Eric Bollinger or whatever from Fox News. God, remember him on Fox News? Man, look, and no judgment, no judgment, but man, you can see an alcoholic from a mile away, can't you? Am I crazy? I mean, that face is redder than a freaking tomato, dude. And it is freaking a little puffed out. I'm just saying, I know alcoholics. Okay, that's a really redneck too. No, and I don't know for sure, but come on.
That the right is doing this.
I mean, I look a little red right now.
This is my
fetus copy.
This is my shot across the bow. Do not normalize this behavior. This needs to be isolated, marginalized, and condemned. Period. End of story. I don't believe in deplatforming people. He should have his own show. He should do his own thing, and he can spew his vitriol in the dark crevices of the web. But when mainstream people on the right that are respected and have massive audiences normalize this, I promise you that party will lose in 28, and the ramifications are going to be catastrophic, because I have lived in Gavin Newsom's California, Eric, and it's bad news.
Don't have conversations. My feed is cutting out. Ugh, you know, what is going on? What is going on with my stream? What is going on with my stream? Less than 4,000. Okay, hold on. Okay, maybe that's better. Man, what is the deal with my stream today? Is that better? My analytics look all crappy. Frozen. Frozen in time. Some people wait a lifetime for a frozen like this. Is that better? Oh, God. Let's see if this is better. It just said my health, it was good health. Okay, we're back to looking good. Why is my keyframe like that? 2.1. If I did 3 seconds. Okay. I'm sorry about all this, guys. It's freaking annoying. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. I'm sorry. Come on, Derek. I'm sorry. Your stream just went into hero. I think so. I don't know what happened, dude. So you talk about Tucker Carlson, and all of a sudden it just goes to HE double hockey sticks. What is going on, dude? Is this better? What is happening? Okay. It says excellent now. Okay, good. Why is my keyframe so high? Oh, guys. Okay. Maybe I should just end it. What the frick, dude? We don't care. We don't have anything else going on. Hey, Chris, I appreciate you. What the heck is going on, dude? What is happening? Okay. I think I'm golden. I think I'm freaking golden now. I think I'm back. Ben would have tell you to get ExpressVPN. Yeah. Is there a problem with your servers? Look at ExpressVPN. Get the ExpressVPN. I don't even. Okay, I'm just gonna end this show. It's getting all over the place. Going for an hour and 5 minutes. I apologize for the. I apologize. A, I just want to apologize to you guys. A, the microphone cutting in and out. Wow, that was weird. And B, my stream just shutting down out of nowhere. I didn't expect to see that. I apologize for that. That being said, if you are struggling with your microphone, be sure to pick up an ExpressVPN. Pick up an ExpressVPN and, man, I hate, is anybody else that like, has these podcasters online, and this is a random tangent, but has these podcasters online, have they been ramping up their ad reads? I think this needs to end. Okay, I think I think I'm done with the ad reads on podcasts. Okay, you guys have enough money. Okay, cut out the podcast reads. You get one commercial a show. If you have more than one commercial on a show, I stop listening to it. It's too much. These podcasters and their 15 commercials. I'm like, what are you doing to me? Okay, you're worse than Comcast News. I don't need all these podcasts. I don't need an ad read right now. Dare get a sponsor. Rob, you're my sponsor. It's okay, bro. You make me laugh enough anyways. Okay, Timmer, thank you. I hope so. It's been a good show. Okay, good. I hope you're probably going to get a message for being anti-Jews. I'm sure the Jews snitch. Dude, Pepe, in my comments, if I say I love all Jews or I don't think we should be propping up Israel, I get comments. Trust me. Everyone gets there's something about Israel that makes people nuts. Like, if you have a different opinion or you're just like, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure this whole Israel thing out enough, or I haven't looked into it enough, people are just like, you need to already be there. you need to already have an opinion on that. you need to say something. But anytime I say anything, any kind of pushback, or I'm like, wow, calling Tucker Carlson not MAGA, they'll be like, wow, Derek, you're such an anti-Semite. I'm like, I literally don't have an anti-Semite bone in my body. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate black people. I don't hate Hispanics. I don't hate Asians. I treat everyone equally. You have the right to be a jerk to me. Okay, and if you're a jerk to me, then I'm gonna think differently of you. Okay, that's just the bottom line. I don't care what you look like or your culture background. I grew up in a very poor neighborhood where I was a minority, so I learned real quick that there are different people from different cultures. I didn't grow up in a high class white neighborhood. I didn't go to private school. I went to public school my whole life. Like, we're all different, man. Are the Jews the rights? Are Jews the rights Ukraine? I don't even know what that means, Kirsten. Yes, Jews should take over Ukraine. My mic is. What the frick, dude? Oh, there we go. Big computer is done. Okay, it's off again. What the? Okay, I'm going to look for a new computer. Okay, it's a freaking official. Okay, I'm going to get a new computer. I think this computer is officially dying. I don't think my USB ports are connecting anymore. I think I've outstayed my welcome. But we're gonna keep going live. Okay, we'll keep going live. I freaking love you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, even though my mic keeps cutting in and out. What the frick, dude? Okay, it's just so annoying. This is a serious show. I need a love you. We got you an anonymous sponsor. We got to get you an anonymous sponsor. I would love that. It's the Jews. You've been compromised. Dude, what if it was? The Jews do make Apple. Love the issues they get technical. Go Genshin Ninja. I can fix the audio, bro. Dude, it has nothing to do with it's the USB port on the side of my laptop is not connecting into the computer anymore. It keeps like recognizing it and not recognizing it. I think my computer is just officially dying. I wanted to wait till Cyber Monday. Maybe we'll just try it out. We'll wait till Cyber Monday. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Mossad takes care of. I'll pray I'm going to go touch the wall tonight. I'm going to go touch the wall tonight, dude. Whoa. If conservative legislation works so well, why are the top 7 poorest states red? You don't want to go there, Dwayne. I don't think you want to go there, my friend. I don't think you want to go there. You don't want to, you won't like the answer to that question, my friend. All right. Derek keeps spitting a decade on the AI girlfriend. Yeah, that's true. I got to go eat dinner. All right, guys. We need to donate. I think it is Massad's microphone. I think they've taken over. Massad, look, I'll touch the wall tonight. Okay, I'll go touch it. Please start a GoFundMe. Okay, well. Rob, don't say that.